is the best type of angle I can do, and I can keep my stuff charged. Hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman, and today it is the end of the year. 2023 was quite an interesting year, if I'm being honest. Mainly because this has been a great year for tokusatsu, all around, for different franchises. Power Rangers, Sentai, KamenRider. I'm not going to say anything about Ultraman because I have no idea how Decker did. I'm also not big into Ultraman and I don't know how Blazer's doing. But it's been a good year all around for tokusatsu. And so, just reflecting on everything now, I think this is a year too where I progressed a lot better as a content maker. Because I try to keep in mind to have fun. And in all honesty, the areas where I have my most fun when making videos is mainly in editing. Just so I can add in something funny or try to make something completely how I would. It helps that I also am starting to use a new editing software. But for the most part, I feel like I've gotten better. Like, from this past month, I've gotten nothing but good feedback back on my Hurricaneer videos. I've probably gotten that more because people really like Hurricaneer, but the quality of the videos are also good. Now, I've gotten good feedback on those specifically. I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you everyone for sticking around if you're new or old, and just Happy New Year. And with that said, let's get into the new year. Well, I take that back. Before getting into the new year, let's reflect on this past year, where I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite videos. And honestly, this isn't something I do too often. I know I did something like this a while ago with favorites and least favorite videos, but some of my favorite videos have honestly came from this year, so let's get into it. Starting off at number 5 is my Once and Always review. Once and Always is great and I will fight anyone on it. It's a special that shows respect to the past, and honestly, this is the type of 1 hour special that we've all wanted and have been waiting for. I don't know why everyone wants to complain about it or find something wrong with it. This isn't bad. Plus, it pays respect to Tui Trang by having her in-show daughter take over for her. What more do you want? Charlie Karish did a fantastic job, and honest to God, Ming is one of my new favorite Yellow Rangers. I will fight anyone on that, period. What I liked about What I like about that review the most is how passionate I was about it, as well as having fun with the editing, bringing up old callbacks like the hip hop keto. That's about the only callback I thought of, because oh yeah, another callback that I thought of. The fact that the juice bar still looks the same after all those years. What the hell? Those were the only 2 callbacks that I cared about, okay? Like, the hip hop keto, as well as why does the juice bar still look the same? Would anyone have been upset if it looked different? Because, like, come on. I know you're doing that for nostalgia so that everyone could realize it's the juice bar, but it's been how many years? Like, it still has the 90s setup and everything, man. What? I don't know. Maybe it's a gimmick or something, but who knows? But yeah, my review of it. It's audio and not visual because the video kept coming out as sync with visual. And I worked on it for like 2 days until I got it up right and perfect. But for the most part, that review was just, it's solid. I defended that movie to the teeth about how good it was and how, yes, there was drama with like JDF and everything and all behind the scenes. But at least they didn't do anything too malicious about it. They made sure to cut out the Green Ranger as much as they could so that, well, he wasn't an actual character, or at least there to be. You get what I mean. He was cut out from much of the story as they could. And, of course, R.I.P. JDF. Everything that was done from casting to story was just solid. And the moment of Zack killing Rita Repulsa with the power axe, that lives rent-free in my mind, and I still love it. But my review, it's sweet, it's fun, and it's totally passionate. And speaking of which of passionate, number 4, my Cosmic Fury review. Once again, Cosmic Fury is great, and I will fight anyone on that. And honestly, I still remember when I put it out. I worked. That was a review that took me all day to edit. Going back in, cutting things out, cutting new things in. It took me all day. I don't think I uploaded it until like 6 or 7 at night. But yeah, I uploaded that late, and it's up to like 1.5K views on YouTube, and it hit the recommended feed. What am I telling you? And all those haters out there saying, oh, Cosmic Fury is going to be bad, it's going to suck. Where were they the next day after it hit Netflix? Where were they? Where were they to shit on it? I was the only one who uploaded, and everyone else didn't get to it till months later. Where were y'all? Honest to God, I earned that 1K of views. Oh, my bad. 1.5K views. I earned it. I was legit. You'd think if people hated it so much that they were going to bitch about it the very next day. No one did. And y'all just wanted to hate on it. Shoot. Sometime in the future, I'm going to do like a top 10 Power Ranger seasons, and I'm not saying Cosmic Fury is going to be on there, and I'm not saying it's not going to be on there. So how about that? Haters, suck it. I love that video because of how much fun I was having, and the fact that I was just being fair. There's some bad in it, but it doesn't outweigh the good. I do still think that the one flaw in Cosmic Fury is that Lord Zed was the main villain. I honestly feel like if they had a completely different villain, this show would have been perfect, because I'm not gonna lie, they did Zed a disservice, and I will find it kind of insulting to Robert Axelrod. But shoot, what I liked the most about that review is how passionate I was about it. I'm 24 years old and am a fan of Power Rangers, and I just wanted to connect with everyone who was like my age and is a fan of Power Rangers and Tokusatsu in general. Hell, that's why in the end I showed my face and had music playing, because this is one, the 30th anniversary season, and 2, supposedly like the only season of Power Rangers we're gonna get for a while, or final season period. But if this was the final season of Power Rangers, at least it went out on a good note. One thing I do regret, though, is that I didn't get a Cosmic Fury Morpher to wear at the very end. I wanted to, and I even went out to Target to go buy one, but it cost like $33, and I was like, what the hell? I should have committed! Damn! But my Cosmic Fury review is definitely one to watch. It's something for anyone to have fun with and just enjoy. And so, number 3, my Beyond the Generations review. This video does have my face in it. And it was another review that I was just passionate about as a KamenRider fan. And it's one of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing at all, that I did for Revise Month. Watch that movie, review, talked about it, go over it, and the editing that I involved in it was priceless. I loved everything. I loved geeking out at the callbacks with Shocker and everything. And the story itself is just so... It had so much heart in it about Kamen Rider Century. It was just so nice. And it was apparently a team-up with Revice and Saber. To which, it's so amazing how Saber does not matter at all. The only reason why they're included is because it's such a global threat. But, it was a good review. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And it's definitely the movie to watch for a Kamen Rider fan, especially if you like Showa. And so, number 2, my Kamen Rider Geats review. Geats is one of my favorite Kamen Riders so far, and I know in the future I want to do a top 10 Kamen Rider seasons list. But yeah, my review of Geats, it was nice. Thomas was in it. Some of my favorite videos are always one when it's me and Thomas, because we will geek out or shit on something, and we'll have similar opinions too. But for this review, I liked how I went over the show in detail, not so much talking about the show episode by episode, but by really dissecting and talking about the arcs. I loved how unique that video was. I liked the editing, all the involvement of everything that I mentioned. I made sure not to miss anything. It was just a good show to... Geats is the type of show to really do like that. I can't imagine myself doing that for almost any type of any other show. But yeah, it's the type of show... Geats was a show that I knew was going to be different. I knew I was going to review it differently from somewhere in the first arc, and it's a show, shoot, throughout the year of 2022 going on to 2023, I believe I actually took notes of the Geats of the show, in, like, how do I put this? I had like a note on my phone where I was taking notes of each arc and what stood out to know what I was going to talk about in the review once the show was over. The one thing that I was still frustrated with, that it was that the review came out like a week or two after the show ended, because one app that I was using was just BSing with me, so I ended up having to download and use a new app. But I digress, and that new app is freaking awesome. For any of you content creators out there that want to know what I use or want to make videos in general, download CapCut. It will save you so much headache. But my number one review, actually not review, my number one video in all of 2023, my Revice Hyper Battle reaction. Oh my god, I love all the work I did for that video, and even the thumbnail. It was hilarious. Good Lord in Christ. I made that video when I was staying at Thomas's for the week because my mom had COVID, and he just popped on the Hyper Battle video. We watched both of them, but I ended up making a video for the first one where it's just the kangaroo vice stamp, all about the kangaroo vice stamp. And it was just, I was trying to make it a video like how Nostalgia Critic makes his first viewing videos, and I think I did a good job. But yeah, so much in that video was just funny that, oh my god, I'm so glad that I got to show what it was and the reactions to it in that order. But yeah, that's my list of favorite videos that I did this year. And I hope next year I'll make just as much good content as I did this year. This is great. This is fun. I like to do this because I have fun. Does it get stressful sometimes? Yeah. But I still power through it because it's worth it. I get to interact with people. I get to throw out content on YouTube for entertainment, for you guys, Tokusatsu fans. You don't see, like a couple of years ago, there wasn't a lot of praise for Tokusatsu online, but now you have channels like the TokuCast, Markusatsu's, SA, to which, I'm sorry, I was not about to shit on SA, but it was like, his videos are not too far off from mine, so it's like, anywho, whatever. Anywho, like, this is a platform where we all can have a voice on, and I like to see how there's more of us now than there wasn't a couple years ago. I like to be able to engage with people, and that's some engaging I do plan on doing next year, too, with a couple other videos I have in mind. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman. See you guys next year. Happy New Year.